Earlier this week, the West Central Extension Education Center in North Platte hosted the 2024 TAPS Field Day. TAPS stands for Testing Ag Performance Solutions. The day was filled with activities such as soil moisture sensor demonstrations, as well as some market insights. Market Journal's Bill Dodd caught up with the Extension Educator Chuck Burr, who leads some of those efforts out at the West Central Ag Lab, and he brings us this story about how TAPS is impacting agriculture here in Nebraska.
Earlier this week, producers converged on the West Central Extension and Education Research Center in North Platte, Nebraska, to take part in the Summer TAPS Field Day. But what is TAPS? TAPS stands for Testing Ag Performance Solutions. This friendly competition has gained traction throughout Nebraska and surrounding states while shaping producers' perceptions on what the best practices available are for their particular operations.
Our annual report, we call it our banquet report. We hand that out in January. It's got the results of all the competitions. And I know quite a few people that just read that report. In a survey, they told us it's the Bible. So when they want to learn about, doing decisions, making decisions in TAPS, that's the Bible. I've actually run into a couple people that have read the report. They've never been to one of our events, have never participated in TAPS, but they read our report religiously every year, and they've made changes in their farming operation just based on what they've read in that report.
With most of the competitions at or near capacity for this summer, for teams participating in this year's TAPS competition, there will be some additional variables participants will need to be familiar with, as well as a new soybean competition being conducted at the Eastern Nebraska Extension and Education Center near Meade.
Yeah, so this is our 7th year we've done the sorghum competition in TAPS. We moved a grant at the Stump International Wheat Center a couple of years ago, and this is the first year in quite a while we've done an irrigation decision. So participants will have to be watching soil moisture, watching weather and rainfall, and then decide if they want to irrigate or not. So we have 4 different competitions at 3 different locations in Nebraska this year, well over 70 participants. All the competitions are full, so we're pretty excited about that. We did add the soybean competition at NREC up by Meade this year, so that's new. But yeah, the irrigation decision here in Grant, and really looking at the response of sorghum to irrigation and rainfall. This part of the state, so irrigation water is pretty critical because we don't get a lot of rainfall. So it'll be pretty exciting to look at the results this next fall.
TAPS has partnered with a number of ag tech companies for this program. One of the biggest upside the teams participating in the TAPS competition is the ability for participants to use and become familiar with new on-farm technologies at no cost to the producer.
Yeah, so what we try to do in TAPS is expose our participants to a variety of different technologies. In the background, you might be able to see some soil moisture sensors out here already. We provide satellite imagery. We'll take leaf samples as we get close to tassel and heading and provide that to the participants. Of course, soil test information, just giving them a lot of information to help them make more informed decisions. We've seen quite a few of our participants cut their nitrogen rates quite a bit, some of them up to 50 pounds per acre. So some pretty significant reductions. And also irrigation water, we've seen a wide range in terms of how much water is being applied by the participants. And I think it all goes back to not trusting that technology. We've got the research that shows the technology is proven. They just need to get that exposure or that experience in the TAPS competition. And we've had some survey results showing about 75% of our participants start adopting that technology on their farming operation after they've competed in TAPS. Yeah, TAPS really gives them the opportunity to try out this technology at no cost and no risk. So if they trust the technology, maybe it didn't work out the way they thought it does. Maybe they don't win the award because they didn't have a great yield, but they didn't lose any money on the farming operation. So really no risk environment and no cost to them too. We don't want to charge a cost to them because we want them to try that technology, get comfortable with making decisions based on that technology, and then again, adopt it back at home.
15% of the time.
Whether or not you participate in this competition, TAPS is an ever-evolving competition that is continually evolving management practices for participants. Reporting for Market Journal, I'm Bill Dodd.